Hello and welcome to episode 42 of AFC Fylde Still We Rise. I hope you are all well and staying safe in these unprecedented times. There's been quite a lot to happen since you were last with us. Let's have a quick look at the old schedule. The last game you were here for was Sutton. It was the FA Cup replay, which we won 2-1 thanks to that late winner from Devon Green. We then had Desmond 2-2 with Macclesfield. That was thanks to we went into a 2-goal lead, I should say. Jamie Proctor and Nick Horton, and then we were pegged back. Disappointing at Moss Rose, because when you're in front by 2 goals at half time, you shouldn't ever drop points. Sadly, we did. We turned things round against Chelmsford, FA Cup second round, and we absolutely blew them away at Mill Farm. By the end of the first half, it was 3-0, then 6 by full time, with Devon Green again on the score sheet in the FA Cup. He's become something of a lucky talisman for us in that competition. 2 score draws followed, disappointing results really. Southend, we should have kept a clean sheet. Joe Shaughnessy with the equaliser there at Roots Hall. And then against Plymouth, same story. We go in front through Chris Porter, and it's Dominic Telford who gets the home side back into it at quite a nice ground, Home Park. We then won 2-1 against Swindon. Devon Green again in the goals. This time the other way round. We went behind to Mitch Pinnock. Jan Songo with a header at a corner, of course. And then Devon Green again. So in this stretch of games, that's 3 times he scored in separate games for a total of 5 goals. Somebody who has come into the team, and he has had to, because Jordan Williams has been kicking off. He was not happy about being substituted in a game. We had a bit of a chat, and it resulted in demanding a transfer. So he's been put on the transfer list. No player is bigger than the club, not even Jordan Williams, especially when we've got good wingers like Danny Philliskirk, Devon, obviously, Jovan Malcolm, Jack Muldoon, that can all step into the breach. We are not going to be held hostage by Jordan Williams. In other news, our chief scout, Alex Hay, has been appointed as a manager. So he he has left us. That has created a bit of a hole. He has taken charge at Chippenham. Now, if ever there was a superpower in football, it is a club in 22nd place in the Vanarama National League South. So hopefully he can make a difference there, because if he doesn't, they are going down with the Dorking. They are 22nd, only 3 points off survival, where Hendon are at the minute in 20th. But having said that, I of course wish him all the best. He is not the only staff member in demand. My assistant, Kenny McKenna, has been linked with the Bristol Rovers job. I of course gave him my blessing, because that would get him out of the club without us having to pay him off. Quite simple, really. In fact, let's see if he is the favourite still in the job centre. There are a lot of jobs available, as you can see. Let's sort this by division. Fancy being Norway manager? Not really. Patrick Vieira is the favourite to take over at Brighton. Luciano Spalletti for Fulham. And then looking down the list, Bristol aren't even on there anymore, so they must not. They must have appointed somebody else. He's missed out there. Although I tell you what, I do love to see, that is that Jim Bentley is the favourite to go back to Morecambe. Fantastic news. Gary Megson, who plays the most boring football that I have ever seen in my life, is a favourite for Dagenham and Redbridge. And Joey Barton, yes, the Joey Barton, is a favourite for the job at Nuneaton Borough, who are 21st in the Vanarama National League North. I pray to all the footballing gods that he gets that job and gets relegated. No time for him whatsoever. As you can see, he was sacked in December 2019, so he's been out of the game for a year, unable to get back in. Unfortunate. Today's game is at home against Cheltenham, and I'm just going to have a look at... I'm sorry, is that Mike Duff? Is that the Mike Duff? Manager of Cheltenham, how did I not know that? Yes, it is. A player with Burnley for many years, of course. Championship manager, football manager legend, Mike Duff became the under-18s manager in 2016, went up the ranks in 2017 to the under-23s, makes sense, progression, and then was the Cheltenham manager in September 2018. Well done, that man. Amazing stuff. So we're going to take on Mike Duff and Cheltenham. We are in the league first at the moment by 2 points from Bolton. Bolton's results, I have to say, have not been entirely convincing. They seem to draw a couple of games, and then they lost in their last one to Bradford City. So as you can see there, actually, if we just have a proper look at the old schedule, in terms of the league, let's get rid of everything else. Oh, I went too far. Did I? Let's go about League One. Oh, they're in League Two now. Sorry, my apologies. There we go. It's like technical. No, I forgot what league we were in. So they've won one in their last 7. Now, funnily enough, we have gone undefeated in that time. I saw a recent news article. So that clearly shows that things are just not going right at the Wanderers at the moment. They've dropped a lot of points. We haven't gained a lot, as you saw. We had a couple of draws ourselves. But those 2 losses, Leyton Orient and Bradford, have really hurt their progress. So our team, Javan Malcolm starts on the left as an inverted winger. Devar Green on the right with his goal scoring as of late. I mean, he'll probably not score today now. Andy Taylor's getting a run at left back because I'm told that Scott Duxbury is almost dead. I keep getting told that I need to rest him for a few weeks. So far I think I've given him 2 games off. Yeah, less said about that the better. Hopefully the likes of Devar Green and Javan Malcolm can see us through to get a decent result here. Although Danny Philliskirk is injured. Where is Danny Philliskirk? On the substitutes bench. So there are a few players obviously that are just on the way back from injury. Those include Porter, Walker and Croasdale. So I'm going to give the substitute slot there to James Cragen. Very versatile player. Can play at right back, defensive midfield and central midfield. Probably do a job at centre half as well, to be honest. But I haven't included him often enough in the team. We have been rotating that defensive midfielder role without Ryan Croasdale. Dan Bradley's done a stint in there before he had to be moved forward to take over from Tom Walker. Romario Vieira obviously getting a shout, and Cragen has been in there. So let's go to the dressing room. These morale boosts never work. Told you. Let's get on with it. We are the home team, so I mean, there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be doing extremely well in what is what's the weather like today? Wet. Unfortunately, while this is being recorded here in Lancashire, it is glorious sunshine, which that happens all the time. Just for anybody who's not familiar with the northwest of England, absolutely constant, baking in sun. Not a day goes by that we don't get a bit of sun. No, it'll be by the time this gets published, it will be raining, I think, all week, pretty much. Sorry, I've just noticed that Jay Lynch is in goal for Cheltenham. Jay Lynch left Fylde, following a season where he was goalkeeper of the year for the league in the National League. Went over to Rochdale, but has now rocked up here at Cheltenham in League Two. That's interesting. But Cheltenham appear to be struggling a little bit, and there is an effort on goal just over, but a statement of intent, because we were behind on the old shot count there. Regular viewers will know that I never like us to be behind in terms of shots on goal. Horton with the ball in, and there it is. Dan Bradley, Bradders. He may be on his way to Alfreton in real life. Good luck to him there. Assist by Devan Green, again getting involved. Bradders, it just fell to him invitingly in front of an open goal. And there is the first of the game. Now, we need to shut up shop really for a bit. I mean, it would be easy, but I would quite like a 2-goal lead. If in doubt, attack. Oh, Jay Lynch with a good save there. Meanwhile, Bolton are 2-1 down against Barnet. That is not the way things normally go. It's Devan Green offside now. I tell you, he's been a slow starter for us, which is ironic because he's rapid in terms of pace. He hasn't been in the team much. He's been in and out, getting his opportunities in the cup games, and as you saw, he certainly took them in the FA Cup first and second round. He was our top scorer with 4 goals. Meanwhile, Cheltenham knock one over the top of the goal. Devan Green involved again. Bradders is causing problems. We do need, though, a second. We can't just rely on our defence. Even though Jan Songo has improved things somewhat, there's still improvements to be made, and Long cannot get a shot on target up from right wing back. So interesting, we haven't played many teams that play 3 at the back this season. Cheltenham playing with the 3 and then 2 wing backs, and an attacking midfielder, 2 central, and the 2 strikers in Campbell and May. So here we are at half time, and still Bolton are losing. Jan Songo's picked up a booking. He is influential. You know, I could not agree more with that assessment of him as an influential player. But I'm not going to make any changes just yet. I think we've been playing pretty well. Let's see if I can continue. Still wet. Although you expect that, to be honest. In the game, obviously, we are in December 2020. So, yeah, it is always going to be wet. Although Bradford City have taken the lead. Bradford at the start of the season were one of my tips for promotion, along with Bolton, obviously. And Crawley actually have developed into the 3rd team that I think are going to be up there towards the end of the season based on our game against them. But Cheltenham are popping it around like cocky bastards here. Apologies for that language. Devan Green, fingertips from the goalkeeper. That's put it over, but we've got a corner. And Songo goes close, doesn't he? Jay Lynch, we know all about him. Best goalkeeper who was in the National League by a mile. It's probably now Ben Hinchcliffe or Nathan Ashmore. One of the two. Although, of course, Ben Hinchcliffe is a former Fylde player, now at Stockport. I believe in his part-time job, he is a lorry driver. There you go. I don't know if he's still doing that now that Stockport are laden with cash thanks to their new owners. Irony there, even. And the corner doesn't quite have the effect that we desire. Young George Lloyd is on. And in fact, I am just going to make a change just to freshen up the side a little bit. I think Nick Horton has not been at his best, as Joe Dodu gets one back for Bolton. So I'm actually going to take off Horton, replace him with Cragen. While we're here, actually, shall we have a quick look at Jay Lynch and his journey to Cheltenham? Is he on loan or is he signed permanently for him? No, he's signed permanently for him. Let's have a quick look. Was he let go? Oh, he was bought by Cheltenham. Interesting. Let's see, when was he signed? So 22 appearances, that means it was start of the season. Just use some investigative journalism there. Interesting to see former Fylde players and how they do in league football now. Jamie Proctor, he is a bit of a concern. He's only got one in about the last 10 games, which isn't brilliant for our number one striker. Jovan Malcolm. Let's see what he can do there. Burke, there's just nothing happening. I am pleased to say that, whatever happens here, we will be in the top 3 pretty much at Christmas, which is something of an achievement. We seem to be doing well at home and then just about surviving away from home. That seems to be the principle that we're working on. Which I'm pretty happy with. Very settled with the formation, the tactics. All the players they're fairly consistent now. If we look at the team, Jan Songo is new this season, as was Devon Green. But all of the rest, Romario Vieira, the rest who wouldn't be in the team if it weren't for Ryan Crowsdale's injury, the rest have all been with us for some time now. The full 2 years, most of them. So, look at that. Devon Green proving why I should perhaps have been playing him in place of Jordan Williams all along. And it'll be Cheltenham to clear. They've gone high. Oh, Crawford, he's through. He's through. It's a goal. Oh, he seemed to get caught like that. I don't know what the answer is. Why was there only one back? That needs a bit of investigation, doesn't it? But yeah, Montgomery, he stayed big as long as he could before, unfortunately, succumbing to Crawford, the attacking midfielder. A bit of a danger. So, Cheltenham are about to have an attack. This will probably be a goal, and we'll have to come back from this. So I'm just going to bring on Muldoon for Malcolm. Does he like being there? He doesn't really. So let's put him as an inside forward. We're also going to freshen up front with young Sheldon Green coming on for Jamie Proctor. Right, we need to really force Cheltenham now to make a big long ball over the top, really. Take it over and then get on the counter. Not really doing much by the way of goal scoring action here in terms of ourselves. We've had 14 shots, 11 of them on target. That's quite impressive accuracy. Clements with his strike directly into the wall. Songo there just to stop his progress back. It's going to peter out into a 1-1, isn't it? Oh, this was disappointing. We should have been better here. Taylor with the corner. Songo, oh, he heads it just over. That's the link. While Barnett have gone back in the lead. Percy Kayag something. I missed his name. I'll find it out in a second. But this game is about to finish 1-1. And we'll see whether our friends at Barnet, it was disappointing, actually, you should be ashamed of yourselves. We need to stop going in front and then capitulating and giving up the lead. That's the ideal thing that we need to start doing. But we'll just have a quick look at Bolton's result, because that is going to be crucial. I wonder if Bradford won as well. Yeah, they will have done, you know. You can tell 2-0 there against Southend. This young chap, late in the day, Kayag Gabeni? Kaiga he's wanted by Eastbourne Borough. He probably doesn't know that Joey Barnes is about to take over. Meanwhile, our next opponents are Salford, and they've won 4-1, worryingly. They're in a good bit of form in the last 5 there, with 4 wins and just the 1 loss, compared to ourselves now, 4 draws, 1 win in that time. But we are 3 points clear of Bolton, who have lost now the last 2. They're about to be overtaken by Bradford, you know. Right, okay. Thank you for joining me for today, as Fylde go 8 games unbeaten in the league, Sky Bet League 2, despite being many people's favourites for the drop. Well, that says it all, really, doesn't it? Thank you once again for being part of this journey, part of the AFC Fylde Still We Rise universe. I will see you again for our next episode. It's going to be straight into it, possibly this weekend. Possibly. I really want to do that. We go to the Peninsula Stadium. If not, it will be on Monday. So just keep your eye out for the Twitter. Keep your eye out for YouTube. Subscribe and get notifications on. That will help you know when one of these videos drops. Thank you, and I shall see you next time.